You may have heard about CityWorks Expo. For years now, we've been bringing people together to share big ideas for better places. Expo connects innovators across the community and around the globe through an ongoing series of events, conferences, and social media. And our goal is to inspire and support people like you, the ones who have a passion for making their neighborhoods, communities, and cities better places to live, work, and play. Check us out at cityworksxpo.com to learn more. Become a part of the Expo community and share your story. You never know who you will inspire with your big ideas.
I'm Michelle Bennett, and I'd like to say that I work in a neighborhood that has benefited greatly from busloads of people coming to Black Dog Salvage. Yeah. They show up at my coffee shop and they say, "We came here on the bus from Ohio to see Black Dog Salvage." First time it happened, I was like, "You're kidding me." And then I watched the show, and now I know. I work and own a small business, and not a small business like Black Dog, a real small business. It's a nano business called Cups, Coffee and Tea. Thank you. And I've owned it for 5 years. And in those 5 years, I learned a lot because I pulled this business straight out of my butt. I worked in nonprofit arts marketing and graphic design for the last 15 years, and then I got laid off. And at age 50, with no arts jobs available, I said, what am I going to do? And I decided, because I was out of my freaking mind, to start a business. And I started it in the Grandin Village, and I live in the Grandin Village, and I love the Grandin Village. And the only thing that Grandin Village seemed to be missing at that time, with our co-op and our movie theater and our bookstores and our restaurants and everything, was a daggone coffee shop. So now we have a coffee shop, and it's been a very, very interesting ride that I have barely hung on for. But what I discovered in the Grandin Village was that, first of all, over 60% of the business owners on Grandin Road and the surrounding area are women. Yay, women. And that they were raising money to do events and things on Grandin Road by going door to door to small business people and saying, well, the parade's coming up and we need some money, so can you shuck $25 out of your drawer today for us? And the answer to that was no. I cannot afford $25 today. Try me tomorrow. They were literally raising money by going door to door to privately owned businesses, no chains on Grandin Road except 7-Eleven, and we love 7-Eleven. They were literally going around and asking everybody who is at subsistence level of business, where every single owner works in their shop, to give them money for the next event. And we love our events. We have the best Christmas parade, and we have, good, fun stuff to do. And I said, dudes, I have been in the nonprofit business for a really long time, and I'm telling you, I don't know a lot, but I know this is not how you raise money. You raise money by making people buy beer. And that was the beginning of what we named the Grandin Village. Yeah. The Grandin Village is an idea I stole from downtown. Here it's called First Fridays. The Grandin Village is once a month in the nice weather. We drink beer, we listen to music, we talk to our neighbors, and then we bank it. Since the Grandin Village started, nobody has come to my shop and said, can you shuck $25 out of your drawer today? That has not had to happen. We have money in the bank. And we have these amazing people who are running their small businesses. So back to the original story. I'm sitting in a meeting of the Grandin Village Business Association one day, and somebody says, over half of the businesses in this neighborhood are run by women. And I said, it's like that movie, Calendar Girls. We should do that calendar. And they went, what the hell are you talking about? And I told them a little bit about it. And they said, ha, Michelle's so funny. It's true, I am. Well, 2 years later, anybody who knows me knows that I will tell the same joke over and over many times. And the person who laughs loud at it every single time is me, but I have no shame about that. And I said for 2 years, dude, seriously, we should do this calendar. It would be great. No, you don't have to show your titties on the calendar, you know. This is going to be a thing that will raise us up in this town. This is going to be a profile raiser. And by profile, I mean, you know. This is going to be a profile raiser. This is going to be a money raiser. This is going to be marketing, because that's really what I do. If Grandin Village had needed a bow and arrow shop when I was out of work, we'd have one now. I knew about as much about coffee as I know about bows and arrows, so I'm just telling you, it can be done. So 2 years later, they said, you know what we should do? Let's do that calendar. And we did. And we called it the Grand Ladies of the Grandin Village. And here it is. And I have a sack of them here if anybody wants to take one home. So it took some organizing, and I took that job on to organize it and arranged to work with 2 photographers, one who is actually a neighborhood person, Cricket Maiden, and she hooked up with another photographer who runs a thing called Pat Corey Photography. And I said, we're going to do this real quick. We're going to do these after hours. I want every woman to be shot in their own store, because that's the point. These are not studio shots. These are people at their jobs. They just happen to be wearing, you know, no clothes. And I said, I'll go first. I'll go first. And that way, you all will know what it's like, and you'll feel brave. So what button do I push? The one on the right. Yeah, that did something. Okay, how about the one on the left? Oh, on the wheel. Okay, so I had the first picture made, and I'm only going to show you this picture for a second because it did not make the cut. And in fact, it scared the hell out of them. I had said to them, you will be covered by part of your, you know, your job. And sadly, part of me was covered with part of me. And I sent this picture to my fellow calendar girls, and there was dead silence. And then they threw a meeting, which I was not invited to. And I said, you know, I have talked about this thing for 2 years, so y'all do what you need to do. You talk, and let me know. And we lost one woman, and she's really skinny and beautiful, too, so it was kind of annoying. But anyway, they said, okay, we're going to do it anyway. Now, just so you know, this is the picture I ended up with. We started these photo shoots. They all had to take place after hours, obviously. Sometimes, in some cases, the windows were covered. My shop and most of the shops on Grandin Road are fish bowls. You know, at night, if you turn on the lights, you know, there you go. So the rest of the pictures are really just the women in this calendar. And the most thanks goes to the photographers, because every single one of these photography sessions turned into therapy. The amount of wine that it took to get there was different for each woman. And every one of them started out the evening squeezing their cheeks together as hard as they could, you know, like this, you know. And they had to get past that in order for these photographs to turn out as beautiful as they turned out. This is the head of Roanoke Ballet Theater. When I asked her if she would come and do the picture with us, she says, My husband is Cuban and he will kill me. I said, okay, not worth it. But we talked her into it, and her pictures turned out so beautiful. I said, you know, no need for your husband to kill you. You will look amazing, and she did. This is the owner, Jenny Prickett. She's the owner of New to Me, a consignment shop. She was a very hard nut to crack. She kept putting off her shoot. No time. Grand boys. Can't do it. Gotta go. And she finally did it, and as you can see, she's not showing much, but she shows her shop, and that's really what this was about, was people in their shops. So we got Jenny. This is a reflexologist. Notice that the toenails are painted a color from her logo, and I think that's mighty cool. She was a pretty easy sell. I have to say not easy, I mean, I don't mean that, but I really had to do a lot of individual sessions with people, but I am not really very warm and fuzzy about things like that. I'm like, suck it up, get over it. You know, we don't want to look at your butt, we want to look at your shop, you know. So it took really other people in some cases to kind of get people kind of over the hump, as it were. And by hump, I mean, never mind. So this is a yoga teacher and a good friend of hers, Debbie Stevens. This is the cupcake lady. Viva la Cupcake, Penny Ajuero. She looks amazing. She said to me, I need to have my photo shoot scheduled soon. I had my hair colored. I said, okay. But, you know, nice icing. This is a woman who is a life coach. Her name's Marilyn Moody. And above her on the calendar is her logo and everything. So she kind of went for it. She was not one of the ones who was afraid of my initial picture. This is Diane Elliott and a live chicken. And because we believe so firmly in neighborhood in Grandin Village, it's a neighborhood chicken. Diane called out for it on Facebook. Need a chicken. Need a chicken for my photo shoot. So anyway, got that done. And, you know, she's amazing, as always. This is Sherry Love, and she owns a salon. That drawing on her is not a real tattoo. It was drawn on her for this picture. Remember I told you this was about profile and marketing, and everybody has benefited. Everybody has benefited. When this calendar was done, Olivia Bird, when Olivia had her picture taken was before I had my picture retaken, and she said, you bitch. But, you know, she really works it out. She owns Rockfish, the restaurant next door to Cups, and she did an amazing, amazing job with this picture. This is Andrea Wade, and she owns Reed's. Reed's is a furniture shop on Grandin Road that does not sell to people who live in the Grandin Village, or often even in Roanoke. They sell beautiful furniture, mission furniture, super high-end furniture. They are in our walk-around neighborhood, but they are not a place that you just walk into and buy a $5,000 chair. They love and support the village like Black Dog, with realizing that they can't support themselves by the people in the village. Bizarrely, Grandin Village is a destination in Roanoke because it is not on the way to anywhere. Black Dog, yeah. It's on the way to Black Dog. But before Black Dog, it really was, you know, our big influx was people from Floyd who like our natural foods co-op. So, you know, we were way, way into that. But again, Andrea was reluctant, but she looks awesome. She looks beautiful. And it's her store, and you know it's her store. This is the acupuncturist. We let her fly a little bit because she has 2 school-age children. She was almost the only woman of childbearing age who did this calendar, and we decided that she didn't need to show anymore because of those kids. This is the last page of the calendar, and this is Ashley Ernest Schaffner, and she owns Urban Gypsy, a beautiful dress shop on Grandin Road, and her front windows are so beautiful, and she does all the decorations in them out of recycled materials. So that is her front window, but they put up brown paper so that we could kind of go with that effect. But anyway, that's all the pictures, and I just wanted to say sometimes a good idea takes a little while, 2 years in this case, and then it's everybody's good idea. We sold these calendars for $20 a pop, starting before Christmas last year, and at the end we had $7,500. And we gave $2,500 each to the Roanoke Ballet Theater, the Grandin Theater, and LEAP. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much. Please come to the Village.